Bebe and Paul were in a financial bind, and that's why they decided to call Ramit Sethi to apply to be on his podcast, I Will Teach You to Be Rich. And they made it into episode 124. And I'm very grateful that they did. Thank you so much, Bebe and Paul, for so openly talking about your financial situation so that we can learn. And thank you, Ramit, for all these great lessons that you're sharing. Hi, I am Christoph. I will be sharing in this video these specific lessons that I've learned from this podcast. Thank you for watching. So, how to get out of a financial bind? It's got 4 steps. First, the situation, you got to understand how you got into it. Second, you think what changes can and do you want to make. Third, you need a vision, a bigger vision for your rich life. I will get to what that means. And then fourth, only the mechanics, the how to. Let's get into everything in detail. So first, understand the situation. Understand what got us to where we're at. Meaning the question, how did we end up getting into this situation? And what situation? Be concrete about it. For example, that 82% of our income goes to fixed costs, or that we have XYZ amount of credit card debt. What it is exactly, how did we get into this? What led to it? And second questions, what specific choices did we make that brought us here? What did we spend on very specifically? Maybe we had an emergency and couldn't avoid it, but maybe we wanted to just keep up with the Joneses and buy this Apple Watch and buy this new car and live in a particular neighborhood. And we may not even know it consciously. We may have done it completely unconsciously. This is not about fault finding. This is about assessing what has happened, okay? Really understanding what got us there. And then we can move to the change oriented mindset. What, if anything, are we willing to change if we want to get out of this, right? Ramit recommends clearly to be in a solution oriented mindset. Work really on being solution oriented instead of problem oriented. How to find out which one you are? Well, assess what you like talking about. Do you like to lament on how expensive credit card debt is and how this and that led to this and that? Or do you actually work on solutions? Like, how exactly can we pay off this debt? How exactly can we lower our expenses and everything like that? So assess what you tend to talk about when you talk about your financial situation to your partner or to whoever you talk about it. So be in that solution-oriented mindset and have a vision. What's your vision for your rich life? Rich life is such a beautiful term that Ramit coins, meaning what is important to you that you should spend on. What is not important to you that you should not spend on. And with that approach, you can get a wonderful balance between saving for the future and actually living life now. And to get your vision going, think of feelings. What do you want to feel? How do you want to feel like now and in the future? Is it pride, for example, that you took your financial situation into your own hands, or relief that you are now out of debt, or the security, the safety that you feel when you have low expense ratio or when you have a nest egg that's growing? What do you want to feel? And that will inform your vision for your rich life. And fourth, and only now you go into the mechanics of how exactly do we want to go about this vision? Do we want to go about these changes? And then Ramit suggests to go one by one, meaning one budget item at a time, not the whole budget completely. That is overwhelming. Like, what are we going to change? No. Go line by line. Like, what can we change about our housing situation, about our transportation, about our utilities, about our phones? One by one, go into your budget and ask yourself these 3 questions. How did we get into this situation? What changes can and we want to make? And how does that fit into our vision of a rich life? So that's how to go about it. And these are in total the 4 steps of how to get out of any financial bind. It's assessing the situation, thinking what changes do we want to make? What's the bigger vision? How does it all fit into where we want to go? What kind of rich life do we want to live? And the mechanics, how do we actually go about it one by one line item in the budget at a time? I highly recommend you subscribe to Ramit's podcast, read his book, I Will Teach You to Be Rich. The links to this particular episode you'll find here on YouTube. You can listen to it or on Podbean or any other podcasting app. I also put these links in the description under the video so you can easily click it. Thank you so much, Ramit, for sharing your wisdom in this situation. And thanks again to Bebe and Paul for so openly talking about your financial situation. You have really opened up and with that shown to us all that we're not alone. None of us is alone in this journey towards financial security, towards financial freedom, towards financial independence. Thank you so much. And you all, see you in the next video. Bye-bye.